and that will take place between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Nikki, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming in. And I just love it when we have people who are representing the events that are taking place in the community. And I hope that this is the first of many of all the different things that you guys are doing and representing. Now, I know now you're an employee of Anthem. I know I was talking to Katie, and she is kind of being an outreach for Anthem, making sure that these programs are heard. So, just if you could, before we get going, tell me a little bit about Nikki Gilbert.
Sure. My name is Nikki Gilbert. I am the marketing manager of Anthem Medicaid. So we oversee all 92 counties all over the state to bring our four health plans. So I'm here to promote our event as well as educate everyone about Anthem and all the great work that we do in the community to serve our members.
Now you guys are everywhere. I mean, and it's so funny, and I have not met you as yet, but we travel in the same circles, and that's the reason I was excited when Katie called me. And let's before we get into the event tomorrow, and you said you work with Medicaid, and we know that the Pathway Initiative just went down July the 1st.
Right.
If you care to go in to give kind of response on, the people who didn't know that pathway was coming, and how smooth is the transition from what was to what is?
Yeah, the Pathways for Aging, Indiana Pathways for Aging, launched on July 1st. We were so excited about this program. The program focuses on older Hoosiers, 60 plus, so they can age where they want. So wherever they want to age, whether they're in their home or if they want to age in a nursing home, they have that option. So we were super excited about that. The program is going very well. So we are just happy to be a part of this great program and the other programs that we support as well.
And I'm asking you in advance, and you can talk to the powers that be that maybe we can kind of get together to make sure we can do some Q&As using Radio Next as a platform to bring the awareness to there are so many people who just don't know and still are confused about this new and
Yeah, I would love to invite some of our directors from our Pathways
some
program.
difficulties here.
Yeah, it's going in and out. Are you okay on your end?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I think it might be the wind out there because it is crazy. And I don't
It's
know if you've
crazy.
been outside, but we've got about 40 to 50-mile wind gusts taking place out there. But we're still here and we're still good. But anyway, I was just saying, as we continue to move forward, bringing a forum like this to the people where maybe they can't come out, but we can guide them to listen if they have questions, and we can have the powers that be answer. Let's switch gears now because the
Sure.
reason I was contacted is because what's near and dear to my heart is being in front of some of the things that we need to do. And we know if you don't have your children vaccinated
Right.
before school, sometimes that can limit their learning until you get the proper vaccination to allow them into school. So,
Right.
Anthem and different organizations that, if you care to share, are hosting a great event Thursday. So, you go ahead and take it from here.
Okay, thank you. So yes, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, the NAACP, alongside with the Indiana Immunization Coalition and the local health department, are hosting a free back to school vaccination and lead clinic at the Children's Museum. It's happening this Thursday from 4 to 8. Now, the vaccination clinic will be at the Welcome Center, so there's no cost for that. But if you want to access the museum after that, it's a $6 fee. So we are there to get everyone caught up on vaccinations right before school starts. I know my kids start back in 2 weeks, so making sure they're prepared, ready to learn, and there are no delays in getting back to school. So it's totally free. We're offering these resources. and just meeting people where they're at. I mean, our goal is just to meet our members as well as the community. So we believe that they'll already attend the Children's Museum on this day. So meeting them there, getting those vaccinations, and then they're off to a great start of school year, their school year.
One thing I would like to say, Nikki, is that when we do events like this and we get the families in to take advantage of one resource, then that allows Anthem and different organizations to give the lead to where they can go get the other resource. And I think many times we don't understand that people are out here moving and shaking every day, and they don't have chance to resource the information out here to do what's best for their family and their children. So the more that we can gather people, the best we can offer wrap around providers of these services and resources as well.
Right, I totally agree, Jumbo Love. I mean, we are there to give vaccinations, but we're also a resource for so many different things. So, if you need access to health coverage, we have the information there. We have access to so many benefits outside of just general health care, transportation barriers, those issues, access to food. There's so many things that we cover outside of health coverage. So just coming out to this event, if you just have any questions or concerns, we're there to help answer it or at least guide you to some of our great community partners that have access to those resources.
My scripture tells me people aren't just wanting to fail, they just don't have the knowledge and information a lot of times to help them propel and empower themselves. And I promise you, I've dedicated RadioNext.tv, and I'm so gracious. And I am very intentional as a 65-year-old senior in saying I love seeing sisters and brothers that look like me representing and talking about things of substance, because as I told Katie the other day, when we talk about lead, the seniors
Yeah.
know about lead because so many of our seniors were infected with lead poisoning due to the building. No understanding of how this was going to affect us 40, 50, 60 years later. The lead issues in the buildings that were made, the schools that we had. And
Right.
it's imperative now that we are alert and understand how if you have lead poisoning, it can go to so many different areas of causing health deficiencies.
Yes, you are exactly right. And that's why we have lead testing, particular for anyone under the age of 7 and pregnant moms, to make sure that, you know, your lead testings are right where it needs to be. They're not excess lead, or you know where to go, or visiting your primary care doctor for lead testing at the appropriate time. I feel like you're correct. Like, a lot of seniors do know about lead testing and the harmful effects of it, but we're trying to do our part to educate the effects of lead, and to be able to provide this lead testing would help our community for next steps and how to get that corrected for sure.
Now, I know you are not a doctor, but if someone takes the lead test and they figure out that this person has some type of lead poisoning, what are the steps to make sure that we can halt this, eliminate this? What happens after if someone is diagnosed with having lead poisoning?
My number one thing is contacting your primary care doctor for with these results and letting them know that your lead testing levels are elevated. It's just important to connect with your primary care doctor, maybe figuring out what the source is. I mean, it could be in your food, it can be in the paint. There's a number of things or ways that you can get lead inside your body. So the first step is just contacting your primary care doctor, and they'll be able to let you know where you need to go after that.
I'm so happy you're in here because I don't like to talk like I know what I'm talking about. But when I
You
know what
do.
I'm talking about and have affirmation, it's a beautiful thing. I tell people simple things like the water that you drink in your home could be infecting you with lead. And if you don't check it, you just don't know. So this is very important. One more time, Thursday afternoon. Tell them what's going to happen, Nikki Gilbert.
This Thursday, I want everyone to make their way down to the Children's Museum for a vaccination-led testing event. It's absolutely free. We'll even research and see what type of vaccinations you're due for, just to make sure you're set. If not, you can enjoy the Children's Museum. There's lots of fun there. But come on out from 4 to 8 at the Children's Museum. We'll be at the Welcome Center. You'll be greeted with the NAACP as well as Anthem. Again, Immunization Coalition. We are here to help. If it's outside of vaccinations, we're still there. We're still a resource to get you connected to the resources that you need.
You tell those people to get it together, because Jumbo Love wants to be there as well. Because I'll tell you, boy, when I'm on that situation live, has a whole bunch of carrying weight. So we're going to set that up in the future. But good luck tomorrow. And I will continue. We're going to share this video throughout the next 24 hours to make sure that people get to see and hear as much as possible about taking advantage of these free vaccinations. Now, I'm just curious, how many vaccinations do we have now? Because, when I was a kid, it was about 3.
I don't know the number.
I know they're in double digits now.
There's a lot more, and we have the people there to explain exactly what you're getting and what it's for. So there are a ton, but you can go to your primary care doctor with a list of what you need, or your local school. But, schools, I don't want you to have any people getting to school, so you might as well get it free, and we'll be able to answer those questions as well.
I love it. And if someone wants to contact you and have Anthem be, part of their initiatives, how can they contact Nikki Gilbert?
So you can go on our website. That is our website, has a ton of information. It's anthem.com/IN Medicaid. That's our local page about all our different programs. You can also contact me at nikki.gilbert@anthem.com.
Appreciate you, my sister, and good luck tomorrow. RadioNext.TV, the Senior Scoop, Nikki Gilbert. Thank you again for that great information. We'll be talking to you soon.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
Absolutely.